Yes, what's happening, people? You are true to the Combat Show. Um, just here to have a quick talk to you about, what's next for Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, as you can see in the title, and Colby. They finally agree on something. I can't believe that these two actually agree on something, and that's what I wanted to really talk to you about this evening. So on the after this is a little bit of the aftermath of what happened from the Nate and Leon Edwards fight, and we know, having looked at both of those guys and the way that fight happened. I mean, Leon promised us a lot of things going into this fight. Leon promised us that he was gonna smoke Nate. He was gonna put Nate away. He was gonna, if he goes out there, puts Nate away, you know, then all of Nate's fans are gonna surely wanna come over to. They'll know who Leon Edwards is. They will know exactly what Leon Edwards is about, and the type of fight that he did. Although it was a good fight, it was a really good fight. They really dominated him for close to 24 minutes of the whole 5 rounds. But what I didn't expect to see um, was Nate catching him at the end. That's what I didn't expect to see. Nate catching him at the end. Um, Very, 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 very surprising. But I can't lie to you, I was losing my shit when I saw that. I was screaming at the top of my lung like, "Oh my god, Nate!" And it's not just the finish on the end or the finish attempt. It was a Stockton slap and the left hook. Like everything just went symmetrical with it, and it was crazy. I was screaming, and but then I had to remember that. Hold on, I got money on Leon to take this thing, so I didn't get overjoyed too much. But yeah, that little bit of excitement from Nick was good. But when you look at it as a whole, um, it's it's just one of those. You think, come on, Leon, you could have done better, even him would. He was a little bit critical of himself, and he said he should have let his hands go a little bit more and probably try and get Nate out of there. But Nate, as we know, is a tough, tough, tough guy. But now that performance, looking at those performances, now affected or is on the radar of the champion. Because Usman's going to have something to say about it. Colby's always got something to say about it. So if Colby's always got something to say, and he's always attacking Leon, but Usman. But let's check this out. Both of them actually agree on one thing. Both of these guys agree on one thing. They both agree that Leon doesn't deserve a title shot. Not off the back of that fight. They both agree. Leon don't deserve it. Not off the back of that fight. And when you look at it, from everything what Leon promised us going into the fight to what it actually gave us, it's almost night and day, if you like. I would have loved to see a little bit more. We didn't get it, but Leon Leon might have to, in my eyes, and the way I'm looking at it, the way I'm gauging it, Leon might have one more fight. He might have to fight down just just to get into that title picture. Yes, he's probably looking at the winner of Colby and Kamaru, but does he want to wait? Does he want to wait that long? Does he want to sit around? And I'm not sure if he wants to do that. He's been sitting around for the last 2 years. He's been sitting around for good. He said he's been in camp for good 18 months. And that's just crazy. That's crazy in my eyes. I think I think he needs to try and stay active. If you're already in shape, you've been in camp for this long, try and stay active. And what I'm gonna do here is put out a couple names that I feel might, do a little bit of matchmaking if you like, and a couple names. He's got that thing that action, that little bit of action that happened in London, is got that going on with Masvidal, right? So we know that they can always do that when they want to do it. For me, if there's any of the fights that I'm going to put out that I'd really like, is probably this one. But Vicente Luque is just gone through Tyron Woodley as well. So these two guys could actually, they could dance like almost like a title eliminator, because they're both in the top five. They're both in the top five. Yeah, Leon has to fight down a little bit, but they're both in the top five. So Vicente Luque, I think, is another viable one, for another viable one for Leon. And the last one is Michael Chiesa. I feel like Michael Chiesa, he's been needing that fight. Nobody really want to fight him because of his style. His style is crazy. And if you guys that knows me, that's been following us on this show, you would know what I think of Michael Chiesa. I respect his game. I respect his skill set, and I think is a problem for the division. I think he's one of those guys that's really gonna cause some problems in the division moving forward. So um, I mean, look, Archie here is saying he'd rather look at Masvidal. I mean, it's a tough fight for Leon. It's a tough fight. The thing for me, the reason why I said Masvidal is, we still Leon, for as good a fighter as he is, and for how long he's been in that top five, area, is it's not that known. It's not really that known. It's not broken. And fighting this fight with Nate was supposed to do that, but the kind of fight that ended up happening didn't really give us that, and I don't think he's going to steal a lot of Nate's fans from that fight. Now, can he do that with another guy that's got buttload of fans? Masvidal is that guy, and I think Masvidal can definitely bring some awareness to Leon. Yeah, we know Leon because Leon's from our neck of the woods, but like, is he like big like that? Is he well known like that? Until he puts one of these guys away with a big name, I think that's when he's really gonna get his flowers. A phenomenal fight, but I think that's when they're really gonna that's when they're really gonna start respecting Leon. But I think he's really good. He's done well in this fight because Nate, we know how tough that guy is. Unless the doctor's stopping him, you'll have to kill him to get him out of there. And Leon tried everything he could to make that happen. He just didn't get there. So um, I just don't think Leon will want to sit around while Usman and Colby, however long it takes for them to go through camp, do the fight together. And once they finish that fight, whoever wins that, they probably want to take another 3 months off before they get into another fight. That's 6 months. That's the whole of this year. What's Leon going to do? Just sit around for another 6 months? So the way I'm thinking it, I think it definitely needs to go and get a fight with with one of these guys, either Masvidal, Chiesa, or Vicente Luque. And I'm sure if you offer Leon Edwards one of these guys, he will pick Masvidal. I think that's what he's gonna go for. So, and I see the chats are agreeing with Masvidal. He's a bigger name. He's gonna get more money. He's gonna get more awareness out there. People are gonna know. A lot more people are gonna know about him, and especially after the rudeness of the free piece and the soda that happened in London on Darren Till's fight. If Leon Edwards come round and does what he says he's gonna do to Nate, and he pulls that off against Masvidal, it's even it's even gonna skyrocket. It's gonna be superstar right there, right away. So everybody's gonna fall in love with him. So salute to Diego, my guy. Um, yeah, Archie says Dana isn't paying Leon big money. Masvidal is just a filler now. I think Masvidal still got the draw. I think he can still bring people to can still bring eyeballs. He's still a superstar. I know he just got knocked out, but look who he lost to. You know, everybody's been losing like that to Usman. So I don't want to kill Masvidal off just like that. I think he's still got his uses for people like Leon Edwards to make probably. Look, I'm going to put as blunt as I can, make their name off of him, and if they can do that, who knows? You know, so I like the way things are now aligning in the welterweight division, and we know that Gilbert Burns has already got a fight scheduled with Wonder Boy, so that's a big one. Another title eliminator there, if you like. So there's going to be a lot more traction moving in the welterweight division now. Kamaru, as we know, is on the tour. Is back home in Africa. Is back in Nigeria right now, paying homage. You know, trying to inspire them kids. And there's a lot of fight. There's a lot of fighters that comes from that part of the world, and we need to start shining the light on them a little bit. And having a champion like Usman definitely helps those guys to think, what, if he can do it, they can definitely do it as well. So we'll see what happens over the next few weeks. The other one that I wanted to talk about is Stylebender and Bobby Knuckles. Yeah, this is a I like Bobby Knuckles, and some people think that I don't. I really like that guy. I think Bobby Knuckles is been fantastic, uh, fantastic champion. He earned my respect doing 10 rounds with Yoel Romero. I mean, if you know what you got to do to last 10 rounds with that guy, one with a broken arm, one with a broken leg, in both of those fights, it's phenomenal. You can't take nothing away from Robert Whitaker, even though the way he lost to Easy. You still got to think, you know what? Salute to Robert Whitaker. Now, the question is it better now? Are we going to see a better version of him now? Because Easy's already called him out. So he's done Dana's work for him. Dana ain't even going to go and try and try and convince anybody, or they just need to have a fight agreement, what I mean, venue, how much money, and then they go from there. But as for both of those fighters wanted to fight each other, and the timeline is kind of aligning because Easy says he wants to fight again September, October, which is good. I like it. He's active, he wants to start racking them wins in, and why not? Um, so when you look at it, is Whitaker better? Is it better now than and I believe he is, because I look at the fights that he's been involved in since he lost to Easy, and this man's going around knocking them down and not complaining. He's not complaining, he's not whining, he's not moaning. He's just going out there, getting the job done, and say, "Who's next? Who's next?" And that's the attitude that I like about Robert Whitaker. I think he's a phenomenal guy, down to earth guy, and does he have what it takes? I think he has. He's a former champion. He knows how to win. He's defended his title a few times, so he knows what it takes to win. But is he a more dangerous guy? Are we going to see a lot more dangerous Bobby Knuckles this time? I'm not sure. I don't know. Only time will tell. But I do think this fight is really, really compelling. What we got going on here between Easy, especially if it happens in Auckland, New Zealand, which is where Easy really wants it to happen. If it happens, I don't think Bobby Knuckles is going to be. Uh, it's not going to object to that. They had one already in Australia. Let's do another one in Auckland. So I don't see why not. If it does happen, I think those two guys are really, really going to put on the show. I'm looking forward to it. Bar COVID or any of those other things that happens, I think that's one fight that everybody's definitely going to be looking forward to. Victorious Matana, let's go to your comments. Victorious Matla. He says, I personally don't see anyone beating Easy in that division. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Like, you know, it looks like it, but you just can't tell. You can't tell because, this is mixed martial arts. This is mixed martial arts. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Diego says, no love between Easy and Vettori. Well, when when you got a guy that keeps saying he thinks he won the fight, I mean, how do you lose the fight 50-45 and you think you won the fight? You know, and the man's trying to show you a little bit of respect, and nothing's coming back. So I don't know. Um, I don't know, man. But hopefully, give Vettori a chance to see some senses, and maybe it might just come back to to his senses and see that he really did lose that fight. Let me take another comment here. Archie says Whitaker is a lot better, but I don't see him winning against Easy with Easy's reach. Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's the same kind of thing. Whatever, everybody's kind of in the same boat, but you just can't tell. It's even look at what happened in the co-main event this weekend. Even Dana came out and said it. He did not say a pathway for Moreno to win. And Dan T, by the way, yeah, if you're watching this, my God, man, you gotta pay up. Told you about Moreno, but I told people about Moreno. I've been warning people about Moreno. Moreno is, I've been following this guy for years, and I always knew he was gonna be a big champion one day. Um, Archie's just asked, what's the next big event? That's Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. So that's the next pay-per-view, July 12th, I believe. That's gonna be so. Dustin Conor is the next big pay-per-view coming up, but obviously we got filler fight nights. That's gonna be in between that time and when that fight happens. And the next fight night is Korean Zombie versus Dan Ige, and those two are headlining the card, and that's the next fight night. Um, I think I'm gonna round it up here, lads. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new around here, please go and hit the subscribe button, show us some love, hit the like button, share, do all that good stuff. Please, please, please. You guys are the reason why we do this. So, um, yeah. Until the next video. I'll see you guys later. Salute.